Hello guys, I'm Master Toilet and welcome to this video. As you know, 3 days have passed since the release of episode 70 part 1 and we all know about the events that happened in episode 70. But now all the questions are related to episode 70 part 2 and what can happen in episode 70 part 2. I am sure that part 2 of this episode will be as important and crazy as the first part. In this video we will answer all the questions and we will also analysis a fan animation about part 2 episode 70 and I will tell my theories. So be sure to stay with me until the end of the video because this video will be crazy. Before continuing the video, to support the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss the next videos and analysis. Let's go! We will start with what might happen in episode 70 part 2. It is very likely and maybe 100% that episode 70 part 2 will start from the continuation of the previous episode and we will on POV plunger cameraman. But the first question that exists in relation to part 2 is who was the toilet who was hitting at the top of the elevator, and is the group inside the base stuck inside the elevator or not? Regarding the first question, I have several options. What is clear is that the toilet on the top of the elevator must have very strong hands to be able to hit the top of the elevator with such strong blows. One of these options may be the toilet that we saw in the previous episodes in this base. Yes, this fool! There is also a possibility that he is the one who hits the top of this elevator. There is also another possibility that the toilet above the head of this group is one of these mutated toilets, and he jumped to the top of this elevator in exactly the same way. If we pay attention to his whole body, he has a very strong body and mechanical hands. We also saw in episode 69 part 1 that there are more of them in this base. But are they stuck in this elevator? If we look carefully inside this elevator, it is exactly similar to the same elevator in episode 69 part 1, but 100% it is just a similarity and these two are not the same elevator. Also, if we pay close attention to the walls around this elevator, we can say that the complete elevator has not reached the place it should. It is possible that it is near the door in question or that it has stopped in the middle of the way. Also, the type of these elevators is such that it has the ability to enter and exit from both sides. There is a possibility that we have reached a floor on the right side and the exit of this floor is on the right side. There is also a point, and that is that the elevator has stopped due to a power cut, and there is a low chance of happening that in episode 70, part 2, the power will be reconnected and the elevator will start moving. But I must say that we will have a completely dark part and the lights will not turn on and the electricity will not be connected, most likely. Because according to the leak that Defuk put in his Discord, such an event is not possible, but in the rest of the video I will tell you what this leak has to do with this part. But now it's time to go to the analysis of one of the fan animations. The link of this animation and the creator is in the description of this video. This fan animation starts from the continuation of episode 70, part 1. Also, at first glance, the structure of this fan animation is almost close to the original version. Anyway, the work continues until the blows become more intense and suddenly a door opens in front. At the very beginning, I must say that there is a possibility, as I said, that the elevator has reached the desired location, but since the power is out, it will be very difficult to open this door unless a toilet destroys this door to attack this elevator. Anyway, in the continuation of this fan animation, we see the dark speaker man moving out of the elevator. And suddenly the roof of the elevator gets a hole and we lose the other two legends. I hope this doesn't happen in the main episode. After this, we see a very weak toilet without any improvement, which I think in the main part, if the ceiling of the elevator is going to be pierced, we will not see such a toilet at all. Anyway, after this, he moves forward to grab the plunger cameraman, but suddenly the lucky cameraman saves us. Also, the place we enter in this fan animation is similar to the main places of this bunker. After this, the dark speaker man moves forward and we move forward. Maybe we'll hit a place like this in the original, but it certainly won't be as silent as this fan animation, and we'll see a lot more mutant toilets later on. After this, we move forward to the dark speaker man. On the right we see a red door with some kind of writing on it. I feel like we've reached the more central points of this base in this fanfiction, and my theory about this is that in the original version, we will certainly reach the more basic parts of this base in part 2, because the scientist's toilet is certainly in such places. Anyway, after this we hear a sound from a toilet and we turn to the right and see a bigger toilet. There is also a point in this fan animation, and that is, where's the lucky cameraman? Maybe he is standing there. And I must say that yes, we have reached the end of this fan animation. Maybe in the original version we will see something similar to this fan animation like last time. But the strange thing I would like to talk about is where's the scientist toilet? We all know that we got a picture of him as a leak on Defook's Discord, but we didn't see him in episode 70. My theory is that the leak we received on Defook's Discord was not about episode 70 part 1 but about part 2 or maybe even part 3 of episode 70. There is also a possibility that Defook's plans may have changed and a change on his part in episode 70 may have caused us to not see the scientist toilet. There is also a small chance that the person at the top of the elevator is a scientist toilet. Although it has a very small chance, but if this happens, we will be faced with a clone version of the scientist toilet. It is also possible that in episode 70 part 2, we will see Woman Trio arriving to help. But on a final note, will we see more Astro toilets in future episodes? And whether they have a weak point or not? My theory is that the Astro toilets won't enter the war until the Alliance manages to destroy all normal toilets, and maybe they'll wait for the outcome of this war and then attack the winning side. But these are all my theories and we'll have to wait until the next episodes for sure. Regarding their weakness, there is a 100% probability that they have their own weakness, because if we pay attention to the description of one of the previous episodes, Defook wrote that everyone has their own weakness. And this confirms that they must also have a weak point, but we don't know what their weak point is at the moment. One of my theories is that their helmets are their potential weakness and their magnetic weapons won't work without it, although this weapon is one of them, and it's possible that the others have completely different mechanisms. But 100% Alliance should think about their unreachable speed because they can destroy anything with their speed, and that is not good at all. There is also a point that you may not have noticed, and that is that Stro toilets move with some kind of fan underneath. Maybe their weakness is to stop this fan. Anyway, what is your opinion about their weakness? Be sure to write your theories in the comments section. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss the next videos and analysis. See you in the next video, Master Toilet.